I went to Binghamton University for 2 years. I quickly made a big group of friends there, and we'd go out every weekend, one weekend on a Friday night in October when my group didn't have any big plans together. Me and two other close friends decided to hang out in the school nature preserve by the lake. There was this little clearing on the far side of the lake that was convenient for fires since it was so far from view of the school or campus. Security kids would sometimes, but not often, come here to smoke pot, drink, and do basically all the other drugs. It was a relatively unknown spot on campus by most, and we liked that about it tonight. We just brought a bunch of beers, lit a fire, and hung out having what we referred to at the time as a bro chat. As the night progressed, time seemed to pass quicker as the alcohol began to take effect. Eventually, it got to the point where we were all laughing so hard that one of my two friends was on the floor rolling in the leaves. That was when my other friend stopped laughing and went, "Sheesh." We all perked up and listened and heard the crunching of leaves and branches in the distance. We threw our bottles in the lake since we were all under 21, and it wasn't unheard of for campus police to come through the woods on weekends to catch kids doing drugs. We tucked the rest of the beers into a backpack. I was moderately drunk, so my paranoia was higher than usual. That was probably the case for all of us. The fire exposed us to anyone passing through the woods. But the thing is, this spot was so unknown and far from campus that it was rare to find anybody else that deep into the woods. It sounded like just one person in the applause distance. The sound of a tree branch snapping not too far away freaked. All of us out. None of us were really the confrontational ones from our group. So we were lacking that one person who would have the confidence to stand up and yell out to whoever was out there. Instead, we all just sat in silence, shushing each other. We heard what seemed to be somebody or something circling us, or at least walking, around in a CA shape around our little campsite. It literally started to feel like we were in the movie The Blair Witch Project because these sounds in the near distance, like cracking tree branches and leaves crunching on the ground, kept echoing over to our campsite. We laughed about it at first, but I personally soon became terrified of who or what it could be out of the blue. A huge thud made all three of us jump. At first, I didn't understand. Even though the sound, it took me a few seconds to digest the fact that a branch had been thrown into the center of our little fire site. One of my two friends took off running, while my other friend and I sat behind, looking at each other, half laughing, half concerned. I feel like we didn't know. Yet if this was some kind of joke or not, then my friend let out a scream of pain as he was struck in the face by another tree branch. I grabbed the backpack, helped my friend up off the floor, and we hauled ass back